Looking for cheap and reliable Madden 21 Ultimate Team coins? Head on over to u4gm.com, Madden NFL 21 coins, and use code SPORTS for 5% off your order.
Yo, what's up guys? It's Duke back here from sportsgamers.com, and we got a fire Madden 21 tip video for you guys today. In this Madden 21 tip, I'm going to break down one of my favorite overall plays in the entire game. It's a nasty, very dominant run slash RPO mini scheme. If you guys like running the ball, if you guys like using RPOs, you are going to love this. It's in the Seattle playbook on offense, guys. I do want to remind you to please subscribe to the channel by hitting the subscribe button in the corner of the video, and make sure you turn your notifications on so you don't miss out on our daily Madden 21 videos. We do great content every day. You're not going to find it anywhere else. Also, if you're really rocking with me, man, smash that like button. It does help out a lot. So like I said, we're in the Seahawks playbook on offense, Seattle Seahawks, and we actually just released ebook, an offensive guide on the Seahawks playbook. It's the Madden 21 Elite Offensive Guide. If you guys are looking to get better on offense, I highly recommend it. We already got some hours of content, videos recorded going over this scheme. It's extremely explosive, great passing scheme with some RPOs and runs as well. If you guys want to light up the scoreboard with a very explosive offense, check this out. You know, it's got one play touchdowns versus every coverage. We're going to teach you how to destroy the meta, block the contain glitch, kill man, beat every zone, everything you need to know. Link to buy it is in the description. Anyways, the play I want to look at is out of gun, trips, tight end, offset. I'd recommend having a fast receiver, and this is the inside receiver right here for this play. Put some good blocking on the other receivers just to make sure they can hold their blocks a little bit. So the play we're going to look at is this RPO trap alert bubble. Alright guys, before we actually run this play, I just want to show quickly how your reads should be pre-snap to determine if you want to go with the bubble or the trap. So the trap is very, very good, like I said, against 3 down sets. If you see 3 down linemen, whether it's 3-4, nickel 3-5, or dollar, you already know this is going to be good. The bubble is more about reading the alignment. So pre-snap, I always make reads. So what I mean by that is I basically look at my trip side of the formation with the receivers and see how many defenders are lined up over the receivers. If I have a numbers advantage with my blockers to defenders, I'm going to mostly throw the bubble. But if I don't, I'm going to hand the ball off on the trap. Now, what I see here is that they're not base aligned. And what that means is all these defenders are lined up over my receiver. So I do not have a numbers advantage here because my whole entire trips receiver set is covered up with defenders, and also the safety, he could potentially make a play as well. And I don't know if this edge rusher, he could be blitzing or dropping back in coverage. So if I see something like this, I'm definitely handing the ball off on the trap because I know that my numbers advantage is not there. However, if I have a base aligned defense like here, now I have a numbers advantage because when the defense base aligns, you only really have to worry about the corner, the safety, maybe the edge rusher, but most of the time the edge rusher blitzes. So here, when I look at this pre-snap, I always think to myself, I'm probably going to end up throwing the bubble because really, if I can block the safety in the corner with my 2 blockers over here, I'm good, and I have a fast receiver, so I should get a good gain. Now, if that's said, although I'm making these reads pre-snap, when I see that I have a numbers advantage, I don't just immediately hike the ball and throw the bubble no matter what. I still read what the defenders do after the snap, and I have to locate the user to make sure the user does not try to run over there real fast and defend it. So that's another important thing, is find the user and see if he's looking to defend the trap or the bubble. And then that's going to help determine what you want to do post-snap as well. But it's definitely important to get your reads down pre-snap so you at least have a pretty good idea of what you want to do when you snap the ball post-snap so you can make that quick, effective read. Guys, first about this play is the trap portion of it. It's perfect for the way people are playing defense right now. A lot of people, for the most part, are running 3 down line sets like dollar, nickel 3-5, and the trap itself just kills all these defenses. 3 down lines is basically you're going to guarantee yourself 4 to 5 yards play on a trap. And I'm going to show you guys a lot of different examples of this in this video. So first, let's look at dollar. So if I see a 3 down line, I am literally hiking the ball. And every single time I'm handing it off, I'm knowing just that Like, even with terrible run stick, running to the side, missing lanes, I still got a good 6 or so yards. And this is super consistent for me. I know that basically I'm going to have to do something extremely awful on the sticks to get less than 4 or 5, 6 yards when I run this. I just know right off the bat that this is an effective play for me, guys. And look, see, Eagles don't even have good running backs, and I'm still able to pick up a good 4, 5, 6 yards here. And I can do it again just to show you guys this is consistent. This works against man. It works against zone. Just like I said, any 3 down line you see, it's going to work again. So let's do it again. You guys can see again here, look, right up in that gap. This time we almost get 10. So that was an example against zone. Let's look at man. It's going to work the same way. And, you can run this pretty much against any 3 down line formation out there. If you are going up against 3-4, it's a little bit different, and we'll cover that later in the video. But I just want to start with kind of the meta stuff, which is, like I said, 3-3-5 and dollar. You see a lot of that online because people are sitting back just playing coverage every play. So here's man-to-man. You guys can see again here, like I said, minimum 4 or 5 every time with the ability to get much more too. So it also doesn't matter if they pinch their D-line. That's another thing you might be saying. Well, what if they just pinch their D-line? Does that make a difference? Nah. If they pinch their D-line, like that might help against inside zone. But against trap, not really. Trap is the 3D line killer. Really, ever since I've been playing Madden, if you run trap against a 3 down line, it's very, very good. This year, it's probably better than it has been, though. In my opinion, some years it's kind of not been the greatest. This year, though, it is just nasty. Take a look at this run lane we just had. This was against pinch D-line, and like you saw, this is probably our best run yet. Well, it definitely was our best run yet. So as you can see, we've run this several times against dollar. Different coverages, pinch D-line, non-pinch D-line. And, every single time we've been able to, pick up very solid yardage with this run. So that's what I like about it. It's reliable to pick up the 4, 5, 6 yards to keep the change running. And then also you guys can get big plays. As you saw here, I almost crib shotted this. So now I want to move on to nickel 3-3-5. And again, I'm still just going to focus in the first part of the video on the trap. And then I'm going to show you guys how to utilize the bubble screen aspect of it that we haven't even got to yet later in this video. All right, so let's look at this against 3-3-5. So 3-3-5, again, it doesn't really matter. Do they pinch their D-line? No, yes. Again, I don't care. I'm still going to get good yards regardless. Again, there's about 6, 7. I'll do it one more time, then we'll start pinching the D-line. This is the Tampa 2 that everyone's running right now. And again, another 4 or 5 yards. They can pinch their D-line. See, again, Tampa 2, press, baseline, doesn't really make a difference. It's not going to matter. So you guys see there, another 4 or 5, 6 yards. Now, I want to start getting into how to utilize this more against, different alignments and such. So, for instance, one thing I just pay attention to as far to know if I want to throw the bubble screen over the trap is I always just count the defenders on the trips receiver side of the formation. So like here's a great example. Let's go ahead and pick a 3-4 formation. All right, we're going to just pick Tampa 2, right? So we're going to come out of the same play again. It's the trip side and offset. The play is the RPO trap alert bubble against Seahawks playbook on offense. Seattle, potentially in others, but I am using it out of Seattle. So what I always do when I'm trying to decide, hey, do I want to run the trap, do I want to run the bubble, is I count the defenders on the trip side of the screen. So here, really all I have are 3 defenders, and 2 of them, the linebacker and the safety, they're not really in position to make a play. So I really just have to worry about this corner. So that's really essentially one player I'm worried about. Now, at the snap, what I'm going to do is I'm going to watch what the safety and this player right here do. If this player blitzes, I am 100% throwing the bubble. If he's kind of looking like he might guard the receiver, then I'm going to hand the ball off on the trap. So it's just a quick read. Here I see that he's blitzing, so I go ahead, throw it on the bubble, and as you guys can see here, I almost get a touchdown. So basically, before you snap the ball when running this play, your read always needs to be who do you think is going to be the better bet? And you do that by just looking at the alignment of the defense. Do you think that the trap has a better chance to succeed? Or do you think that the bubble screen is going to have numbers advantage with your blocking? So you guys can see here, we see that this guy blitzes. And as soon as I see that, I already know I have to block this corner and the safety, and if I do, I'm probably going to get a huge gain. So I have 2 offensive players to block 2 defenders. I like my odds there, and I have a fast receiver, and that's just what happens. Great play for me. Now, at the same time, if they base a line. Now, some people will not base a line, and that's just that would look like this. So if they don't base a line, their alignment's going to look something like this. Now you can see all of my offensive players have a defender lined up over them on the trip side. So that's not an advantage for me, because then I still have to worry about the safety and potentially that player off the edge if he doesn't blitz. So if I see this pre-snap, I'm pretty much always knowing I'm going to hand the ball off in the trap, and I do just that and get another nice gain. So it's all about reading the box, reading how the defense aligns, and going from there. Now I will say that if someone's running something like 3-5, playing all-out man coverage, then when you have man coverage, you're gonna want to run the trap every single time, because if they're playing man, that means that the bubble screen is manned up, and it's not gonna be that great of a read. But if they're playing a formation like this, man coverage, where they're in like a 3 down, which is what most people are doing, again, the trap's going to be great yards every single time. That's the worst one yet, and I still got just about 3 to 4. It was closer to 4, and that was my worst run by far yet. And then the next play, I get another 4-5, and that time, literally, if Chris Jones did not shed, I was probably going to be one-on-one with the safety for a touchdown. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tip. Again, if you guys are looking for the best Madden 21 content, you got to check out sportsgamers.com. Our ebooks and tips are off the chain. We have great prices, and we have the best tips out every single year. Until next time, it's Duke. I'm out of here. Enjoy your day.